Okay, we're gonna get this going because we want to be conscious of and mindful of everybody's time. So I just want to say a quick good morning to everybody. This is Mr. Lanitas. I'm the principal here at Frontier Regional School. I wanted to say welcome, and we hope your year is off to a good start. We understand that things are a little bit different this year, and we are going to have some new guidelines that we're going to be sharing with you. We've already shared some of them with you, but Mr. Dredge is going to share some with you as well. But just remember that your teachers and our staff members are committed to making this a great year. We're looking forward to seeing many of you tomorrow, and we know that together we will make this year one to remember. So once again, we want to say welcome. We're looking forward to a great year, and thank you. Thank you for everything. Thank you to our staff, our students, and our families. With that being said, and in the interest of time, I'm going to turn it over to our assistant principal, Mr. Dredge, and he's going to share some other guidelines with you as well for the current school year.
Thank you, Mr. Linas. Hey, folks, Mr. Dredge here. I know I'm looking forward to seeing those of you who are coming back. It's been a long time here without kids in the building, and I think that's I think all of us here are really needing to see your faces. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. That being said, I do have some guidelines I want to share with you all that are specific to what we're going through this fall. Some of the information is I know I'm going to be the bad news cop here, but I have to share this with you in the interest of safety and making sure that we're all going to be following the rules so we can do this right. First one for you all is that I need you all to understand that all traffic, which is, student parking, drop off of parents, all of that is going to take place in the front of the building this year. No drop offs in the rear of the building. I did send that information out to your parents, so please remind them of that. For those of you who are drivers, student parking is in the far lot out front of the building, and we're going to try to fill that first, all right? And then any of the spaces closer to the school can be used. Here's the bad news, and I know this is going to upset so many of you, but I'm sorry, not sorry. There's no Dunkin' Donuts or other outside beverages or food that will be allowed in the building this year. You may have your own personal containers, however, water bottles, personal coffee mugs, things like that. We cannot have outside containers with straws and open liquids and things like that from any outside sources. So you're going to need to curb that for the time being. We encourage you to have any snacks that you're going to have during mass breaks. We cannot have any eating in class because that becomes another contaminant source. So please wait and have your snacks during the mass breaks that we're going to be providing. Seniors, specifically, who are watching and who will be here, there's not going to be any senior privileges. I cannot allow you to leave campus this semester. And while we're under these guidelines, you're going to have to stay here. And that could be subject to change if things go well as we move along into the fall. But for the time being, you're going to have to stay here on campus and eat lunch here. When you're in the building, please follow the arrows and traffic patterns in the hallways. You'll see them outlined. I know many of you watched the video that was made already. Specifically in the high school, there are traffic patterns based on what hall and floor you're on. And some of those are one way, so please follow those. That'd be great. Upon building entry in the morning, which is going to happen no earlier than 7:40, students with classes on the first floor will enter through the A-wing entrance. That's the one by the front driveway in the front of the school, the front lawn. We will have an adult there that would have the door open for you, and that goes for anybody on the first floor, anywhere in the building. You'll enter in through there. If you have a language class, a world languages class, you go right there. If you have gym first or any of those that are on the first floor, Mr. Benoit's, you're entering through that A-wing door. Anybody who has class on the second or third floor, you're going to enter through the main high school entrance and proceed up the stairs to the second story, the ones right on your left there. You're going to follow the arrows to the second floor and then onto the third floor through the second floor halls if you have a third floor class. That's a one-way, it's one of those one-way hallways, the second floor. All right. In the morning, if you're going to have breakfast here, you may enter through the exterior cafeteria door and grab a breakfast item before school starts, and then exit back out that exterior cafeteria door and eat outside. Lunch schedules are being created and will be distributed to the teachers to share with you by midweek next week. It's a little complicated. There's a lot of moving parts to that based on numbers and who's where and what floor in the high school. So we have to crunch those numbers, and we will be doing that for you. For those playing sports after school and those who play sports that drive, please do not move your car to the rear lot when school ends. Please leave it right there in your student parking area. Traffic is already going to be really condensed with family pickup at dismissal and the buses. So please leave your cars there if you're playing a sport after school. We are allowing students who need to stay after school, that are waiting for pickup or things like that. We're allowing you to use tents 2 and 3 outside. They have Wi-Fi access to them. Very similar to what kids have done in the past with using the LMC after school. Unfortunately, the building will be closed to students at 2:15. So anything you need to do after school, if you're not playing a sport or a club or activity, and you're just waiting for your ride or whatever, that has to be done outside in tent 2 or 3. Again, it's a great opportunity for you because we have Wi-Fi to do any of the schoolwork you need to get done. All right. I know I just threw a lot out at you. Your teachers received a copy of this, everything I just said to you. And if there are any further questions along down the line, feel free to ask the teachers, and they can share the copy with you. And also, too, if you're in the building tomorrow or Friday or Monday or Tuesday, feel free to stop me and ask me anything. I will be out and about. I'm really not spending much time in my office this year. So feel free to grab me during passing time or whatever, or lunch, and just ask questions. We're here to help. I hope this has been helpful, and I want to get you guys back to your classes. So take care, and we'll see you soon. Bye.